never panic. Get a worry, send it up in an advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. Guys playing on say a word. Know the price cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, no.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, guys. Sorry, I'm running ragged a little bit here, getting stuff organized for tomorrow, but hopefully you guys are here with me. It's going to be a long day for me. I got a lot of games to play. Hopefully we can do some damage. I don't know, man. Last night, just couldn't get it together playing. I just, a little bit, you know, stressed out, anxious, nervous. I don't know, man. And I always put on a good front that nothing bothers me, yada, 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 or nothing like, let's be real here. I'm a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous. I mean, there is a chance that I come back not able to use my arms or walk. I mean, I don't know that. Obviously, we don't think that's going to happen, and the chances are low, but it could. And I guess it's getting me a little bit. But we got to play. We got to play a bunch. I'm going to start with the events, and then I'll just sprinkle in. I got 34 invites to knock out. I want to have those done. Unfortunately, I got knocked out. Well, I will be knocked out in the next round of both tournaments, Jed's tournament and my tournament. Chad Fisher put up a big round against me on Pine. He shot a 26, which was par was 26, maybe 27, and I was on a 27 and fucked up 17 and 18. So he got me. Bryce could still get me in my tournament too, but either way, not in the money. We're not moving forward. We're done. So that's one down. And then I played one round ahead in Jed's tournament and fucking shot a shit round on Indigo Mound, and Bernhardt got me. So now we just play. Yeah, dude, it happened. Well, so literally I only had one count from last night. All of the ones I hit playing events, which I think I hit 7, they don't count. So I don't, look, those stats are jacked up. There's no chance. The numbers for these guys now are not right. I want to talk to Kevin about it and see if we have a solution, but there should be a way to parse through and pull the right numbers, but they're not getting games counted for daily or for the daily, but still getting credit for hole-in-ones. It has to be that. So, and even if not, the daily being repetition, if you sit there and play 10 games with fulls, it's reasonable to expect you to hit 2 hole-in-ones a game for 10 games. It is reasonable to expect. I remember when I used fulls for like 3 weeks trying to qualify for Worlds of 2016, there was a setup on, I want to say it was Pelican oh no, not Pelican. What was the course? Volcano. And the short par 3 hole 6, I think I played the daily 30 times and I aced it 29 times. Like, that isn't a legit thing. But we're gonna play these events first, and we'll get into anything after that. Hey Andrew, hey Mike, Caesar, love you, buddy. Stefan, how you doing today, bud? I'm actually kind of regretting pushing this all off until today, but we'll get through it. It's a day in the life of a banger again. We got 50 games to play basically. All right, so I'm going to play these last since I'm only one of 2 people in these. I'll play this one, and then I'm going to just bang straight invites. We'll just keep pointing everything. That's going to be key. Brandon, how you doing, sir? Brandon, did you accept your word-of-mouth invite? I think it was you I was trying to reach out to, and I couldn't, for some reason, I couldn't find you on Facebook. It was like you had me blocked, and if so, I'm very disappointed in you. But I thought it was you that had an invite that was waiting, about ready to expire, or did I get to talk to you? I don't know. Right now... Good, Caesar. Oh, that's good to hear. I'm happy. That's anything I do in life. The first thing I go is say, God, what is Caesar going to think about this? And then I do it or not do it based off of that. Good man. Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Mr. Pritchard. I appreciate it. I'm just thinking of all these people in Wisconsin that I'm not going to get to meet and play. I mean, let's be honest. As much as if it was just me and I was getting surgery, no, I don't think you did either. I just couldn't find you. I was probably spelling Brandon wrong. Who knows? So, how the fuck did that end up in that bunker? Luckily, it doesn't matter, but my God, that thing was way up the hill. And we'll get more points. So I have to be down at the hospital at 9 a.m. and the surgery should start at 11. Hey, Mike. I'm excited, but like I said, excited, nervous. Fuck, dude, I'm nervous on what I'm gonna do. Not making $0 for the next month. Like that's a little scary in its own right. So on that note, if anybody does, well, Adam, so playing in the neck brace, I don't think that playing actually puts much stress on my upper back and neck. So, I mean, and I showed the doctor and she said that it shouldn't really be a problem. But I will say this, that it does get, I mean, the neck brace, I'm going to be in it all the time anyway. So we'll see. I might try to stream just on Friday so you guys can laugh at my abilities. Oh, thanks, Luke. I appreciate it. But I'll be here for a while. That was a horrible shot. Luckily, my putter's on point. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm pretty sure I'll be pain-free and back to it in no time, too. We're hoping. Yeah, no, but if we need to, though, guys, if you guys are feeling like it and you're feeling generous, you like what we do on the show, gt.live/tip-the-mouth. Phone lines are open. We're here to take your donations. But obviously, you know what? I'm not worried about it because if I ever really need it, I know you guys step up whenever necessary. I just don't like it being me that really needs it. I hate it. You're like an astronaut in the ocean. Yeah, that does. I know it was off. It was off. It just, for some reason, YouTube is strange with that. Like, YouTube kills it itself if I let it go dead for like 15 or 30 seconds. But then it'll stay on when I put it on fade to black. Doing these streams has made me realize a lot of this shit is not great. Like, some of it's kind of, well, put it this way. The fact that I'm not in YouTube's partner program yet, and there's no recourse to get any solution. There's literally no way. I called support. I've tried to do chat, and they said, oh, your answers, you have to do it through the forums. And the forums give you fucking stupid answers that aren't anything to do pertaining to it. Nice people, but they're not even really employees of them. It's kind of asinine. And then I try to put it on Richard to figure it out. But that's always asking too much to always put stuff on Richard. But who knows? We'll figure it out. Maybe that's something I could research all day, well, all month. I'm actually starting to fall on my wife's train with this and say, I probably should be smart and not really play at all. It's probably the smartest thing to do. I mean, what, a couple days worth of pleasure or not boredom isn't worth the fucking up a surgery that's going to affect me for the rest of my life. I'm kind of with her. She's smart when she says stuff like that. It's just really hard to admit when your wife's right. Especially when it goes against what you want to do. Oh, nice, dude, nice. What, can you make me burritos and shit? That's all I need. Caesar, don't worry, my man. You guys are great. Now, on to good stuff. Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I might come down and thumb some shit. And hopefully I can get the courses, the 2022s a little bit very soon, so I can just be down here putzing around, just hitting the ball every which place, trying to find if there's any mistakes or errors. I think that's good for everybody. So, Adam, Kevin, if you guys are hearing this, let's get it done. Let's make it happen. You could have a free tester with nothing but time to kill for the next month. I don't know. That sounds like something useful to me. Ooh. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. The diggity boys are diggity dogs. Close on, twinkling the bras and thong. Oh, you gotta love some Pitbull every now and then. Yeah, and I mean, like, God, everything's just, hey, Damien, how you doing, buddy? Round and round, into the night, it's going down. Ooh. Oh, that's right. So, a little chat about the bags on this one. Like, I always start these events that are not par threes with my 3-driver bag. Well, my 3-driver bag drops off the 4-iron, and having that medium iron in there on this course, this setup, it's really important. So pick whether, if you have 2 bags, one with a 9.5 and one with an 8.5 driver, pick which one you want to use on these holes. I chose the 9.5. The 8.5 might help you once or twice on hole 1, maybe driving it, but make sure you got a club set with this with these kind of irons, whether it's a 4 hybrid, 5 hybrid, like the one that you have an extra iron in there. Because of shots like this. If I was playing my 3-driver bag, I'd be playing this club or this club. And where this is, that's not a good shot. With this is actually pretty easy. Just a baby cut, throw it out left, let it snap up around, hit the green, and since I'm biting it, it's going to one-hop up the hill a little bit. We're going to have a good shot. And I overcut it, but oh my gosh, still fine. The worst that happens if you overcut it is if it bounces over that hill, it might kick down. Jesus, I'm going to lose my first one with a clean round and 35,000. We got to get points here. No, I don't even care about the PGA courses though, because I won't have they can't be used on these machines. So it'll be the home edition update, which should be the same time almost as the commercial. I'm thinking they're going to space it out by about a week. All right, so I got to point this. I think I need this club. I cooked it, overcooked it. Oh, wow. That's terrible. Saved it. Oh, I didn't need to point it. Thank you, James Bradwell. That's it. That's getting it started right. That's a great way to start the day. Feeling better. Already feeling better. Greg, have you gotten outside much today, man? It is fucking immaculate outside. But we're going to go back to invites. We're going to just go. We're going to go. We got a lot to go. Now, my biggest thing I'm going to have to do today is worry about changing my clubs back for the events. Oh, dear God. We got... All right, we're starting Sequoia and Auburn. If this isn't a way... Luke, it should be 3 courses a year, but it might be a different release schedule. Like, maybe 2 will come out right away, and then the middle of the year, one comes out, and then near the end of the year, one comes out. I got to feel... I got a feeling if everything in my insides is telling me is true, that the release structure of courses is going to change a bit. Because now they're not going to need to send out a flash drive with a course on it. You'll be able to download it. Oh, that sounds awesome, dude. So, like, the way that it's done, I think their model is going to change. And it'll be progressive and not an instant change. But I got a feeling we start going to... You're active with an online account and a monthly fee for the update, and that's going to be the structure moving forward there. Everything is going to be done like that. And a lot of companies did that too. You look at like Microsoft and the Office products now went to subscription-based models. It's better for their accountancy. And then it also keeps more loyal product. It keeps more customers loyal as you expect changes and updates really quickly. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. All right, so par on this course, everyone says it's 28, but they're lying. The actual par on this course is always 29 or higher. It can get up to that one, maybe 32 even. But the reason everyone always says it's 28 is because hole 17 is actually always drivable. It's just 1% likelihood you're going to do it. And it's one of those things, like, if I was doing my ultimate Golden Tee par cycle, I would call this a 28. I would not ever be counting 17 because I'd be stuck on this course for days. Unless I just get lucky really quick and hit a one better on a 28 and don't go for 17. I went for that hold in 2 different matches, and one of them I stuck it. I still lost the match, and the other one I needed it, so I went. But yeah, it is not a good shot to go for 17 on this course. If you're having a shitty round, you want to try. It's fun to try. You happy in hell. Guys, that shot right there is a great way to define how I play my cuts. I thought about hitting the 3-wood there because of the height difference. The height difference is negligible, and the fact that I went up to the 10.5 and I could hit it softer made it a lot easier to hit that shot on target. Well, no, it would still be the same price, Greg. Just like it would still be the same price. You're already basically on a subscription model. It would just be forcing the updates to be part of that model as well, rather than just having it be your online subscription. For the people that are doing their updates and things, it doesn't change. But what this will also stop from people from doing, if you're not if you're not in the update cycle and not fully online, well, those people that get the remastered courses or the courses that are released during the year, they can actually just go live for 1 month right now, and then they have the course on the machine. If you do the subscription-based model, those people would have to be actual subscribers. Thanks, Andrew. You know I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go through the gap. And of course, I nut it. Come on back down. All right, we're happy. Wow, I always hit that one too hard. Oh, that's solid. That helps. Like I said, this is one of my favorite courses because of shots like that. Well, yeah, so right now you're paying the $100 a year, and then we're paying roughly $400. So if you were a subscription-based model, you stay up to date and current, so you're paying what? You're paying $35 a month rather than... I'm sure they'd still allow yearly to happen, but I think it's going to be more of 100. It's not going to be an increase in price, but you're going to get more bang for the buck, though. Especially since they have a shit ton of PGA courses that they can design very quickly because they have all the topography data. I mean, I'm really, like, my excitement level... Oh, I hit that way too hard, but we're good because we hit bite. But since they have a ton of courses for PGA, I can see those getting released a couple more a year, or a release for a weekend for a special event kind of thing. At least that's how I would do it, for sure, because I could get more bang out of the partnership with PGA. Well... And with us, it's not like when Office did it, it was shitty because you used to be able to purchase and then you owned a copy of that year. I don't know how that would work with if you were subscription based and stopped subscribing. Do they pull all the content that was based off subscription? I don't know. That would be stuff they got to work out in the future. But trust me, I'm pretty sure that's coming. But like a weekly event with a course nobody's played yet, whether it's a PGA, that's kind of cool. I find that to be extremely exciting. Oh, sweet, Greg. That's awesome. I tend to agree with you a bit. As long as updates are done with it. It's not just like, okay, here you go, keep paying us monthly and you'll get your content once a year. They're not. Adam's a smart guy and would not put that model in place if that was the plan. Look, all I can relay to you guys, even with the wow, the first lawnmower of the year going off. I don't understand why. Shit. But because when you talk to Kevin and Adam, I know you guys don't get to hear their voices as much, but the fucking excitement that those two have about the game, it's all I need to know. They're not going to let it go away. I mean, they love it like we love it. Sometimes I wish they got more feedback by those that love it, but hey, if they're trying to do stuff to better the game, I'm all for it. Whether they get it right or not, well, that's a whole nother story. I can't agree all the time. And that's fine. We're not going to agree because, I mean, typically we're only thinking about how it affects us. Part of the reason I've developed a good relationship is because I don't just give them ideas about things that affect me negatively. I'm always trying to think of, okay, if this affects me, how does it affect the rest of the players? And if it doesn't, and it only affects the 1%, well, guess what? Fuck me. I'm out on that one. But when I see stuff that affects the whole community, I definitely have an ear, I hope. Hey, Gary, how you doing, bud? And no, I know, like, I mean, invites for Canada. I know, Gary. I know, my man. I'm sorry. I can't do it. It's not on me. Okay. So you got a couple options here. We could try to go around the right. Half cut, high T, 10.5, but then I got to smack it, and chances of me getting around the tree at that angle is not good. But here we go. This is going to be the pro shot. I'm going to probably end up in the bunker with how deep this is going to go, but I'll take that going to the bunker, man. It's okay to go to the bunker. And I didn't get aggressive on that chip because that had too much behind it. I think at 27, if I can finish this out strong, we'll be fine. But this is what I'm talking about. This is always drivable, guys. There is a hole there that I could get this on the green for a putt for double eagle. If I tried this, I probably would stick this 1 in 15, and it's a really tough shot. It's there, though. It is there. You can't argue with me and say that it's not possible, because it absolutely is possible, and it's always possible, and I just fucked this up. I might have gotten really lucky here, though, with this win. Wow. Wow, wow. I hit a really bad tee shot, and I got lucky. All right, 18 for me. It's going to be a low T 10.5 or a low T 3 wood. On this one, I think the 10.5 with the right to left wind is going to be harder to keep the line. So I'm going to go here with the 3 wood. I'm going to have a really long putt that's got a chance of going in the water, but yeah, well, now this one I don't think would roll over, but I also think that if I missed this putt and just did a normal putt, it would go in the water. I'm going to C-putt this, which means I'll probably have a higher likelihood of missing it, but I don't think it's going to have the sauce to get in the water. And I was right. 26 on that course, be happy with that most of the time. I can't really argue with that. Auburn, Glenn. All right, Sequoia didn't beat me up too bad. Let's make sure this doesn't beat me up too bad. Now, this course, I changed my bag to use the 10.5, a 9.5 driver. The main reason is, look, the 8.5 doesn't really help you much. We played the 10 and the 9.5 on the covered bridge hole at the back 9. and it seems to bounce off the wall better to get on the green. So I did that, and then on hole 2, the 9.5 is in play, and the 8.5 you really have much. Gary, patience. Those courses in the contract with but so Gary, courses like that, none of the, I don't think there are any overseas courses in the PGA Tour's arsenal, but part of the deal is they have the right to negotiate with individual courses. And trust me when I say it's already started happening. They've already started negotiating with it. Now, I would think that you would have a bigger pop and a bigger chance to get a British-style links course once we're overseas again. So I wouldn't count on that for maybe the first 2 years of it. I mean, this is me guessing, by the way. This could be in the plans for next year, and they already did this. And they're not even telling me because it's on the super secret double probation tip. Now, this one's going to suck because it's not going to be the 20 bounce rule that stops me like it normally does on this hole. It's going to be the rain that stops me. And if I don't get this far enough off the go, it's not going to get down the hill. So I got to get this pretty far left. I would think about the 9.5, but I'm going to be trying to aim it right to left with a BC 1-2. And if I cut it a little bit, it would go low, clip a tree. We'll see if this can get there. I got to the downslope, but watch, it's going to stop pretty quick. Now, if that wasn't raining, that thing's on the green, easy. But I got a chip for eagle. Great thing about rain, though, CJ, it's going to be a long one. It's banger day for me. I got to bang through all these invites. I got to close this shit out. So this is I got between events and invites, I got 50 games to play. So we're looking at, I mean, a full shift today. I'm not actually looking forward to this. All right, this should get there. And I'm going to say this, I implore you guys, you can't judge your distances off of what the overhead marker says. It drops my clubs by 10 yards already. You'll still have the same carry distances. It's just going to stop the roll and how the ball releases in the water. So when I'm hitting a high 5, my carry distance is what I've been looking at. So that had the carry distance to get there. And you can rip chips in the rain a lot harder, too. You'll very rarely get rollovers. Okay, so we're looking at this, and you're looking at this like, God, that driver's never going to get there. Fuck yeah, it is. Not if you don't get it out, but that's going to be your preferred play. Any chance you play this hole. If you're more than halfway up in the box and don't have a strong wind in your face, that is the shot. There's no way I want to hit that. I don't want to pit from where I did, then up on top, trying to line it through a little gap, and like where the pin was there. If I had to do that, I'd be leaving myself a putt that would be really long. We'll put that in a good spot. See. Did I want that shot? No, but where that pin was, it was going to be. I would have had it gotten it a lot closer and flirted with the water, so I'm happy with the result. So we're 294, pins in the back. Over the top is going to be probably not the best play because there's a chance that I hit the roof and it trickles down and lands on the green right on the front right side or the closest right side to us. That ball won't leave a putt. So the play now, we're going to move it here. We're going to low tee the 9.5. You just can't murder it. We got to hit it solid enough. Little too hard, but we'll take this. This chip's a pretty good one. Except my chipping's been atrocious with my sandwich lately. That used to be my gimme. Used to be a gimme. All right. I really can't judge anything about the state of my game right now because I expect I'm almost going to be relearning once I have feeling in both hands again all the time. So maybe it's a good thing. What if this is one of those things, though, that the surgery makes me basically lose all the skills that I've developed over a long and disappointing career of Golden Tee. Like, what if it makes those things like I'm playing fresh again? I don't know if that'll be good. I mean, there's a lot that could go wrong. There's a lot that could go wrong. It could do something and give me super thumbs, and now I'm maxing out on my thumbs. I don't know. Who knows? I might grow a second penis from the surgery. Who knows? It's up in the air. I mean, with modern medicine these days, shit. And if I happen to grow a second penis, there wouldn't be time in my life for Golden Tee anymore. I mean, I know how hard it is to deal with one dick. Imagine having to deal with two all the time. Adam, Jill's little, dude. She wouldn't be able to handle two dicks. Sorry, Diane, if you're... No, Diane's working, so we don't have her chiming in. But Tom's retired. He might be in here. We can't talk about his daughter like that. The biggest complaint I get from Diane is that she hates my yellow shorts. So naturally, I wear the yellow shorts every time. Every time they're at least somewhat clean. But you gotta love the in-laws. They got the important stuff. They care about the important stuff. Oh, God. Oh, the moisture. Oh, yay. Yay, moisture. That's a good ace, dude. That hole's a bitch. This is par threes back then were so much more risk to them. Nowadays, there's hardly any. There's a couple, but even like we look at Baja 17. Guess that's really, that green is so big. It's not that hard of a hole. Now, how do we want to play this? It's going to be over the top because the bank shot will leave me at the very bottom of the green at the best, and that putt's going to be a challenge then. Now, the question is, I'm going to hit the trees on this, no matter what. The one in front of the green, I'm going to go with the 3-wood and cut it in there and hopefully hit the trees and knock it down. That plays. Now, I didn't realize the 3-wood high tee got that close to the first, to the building, man. That was real close to hitting. You can go down the hill a bit, but remember, then you're going to be... I want my high lofted clubs. I want a 9-wood or a 6-wood coming in here. Oh, yeah, Ryan, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the board. You got a lot of people in here, myself included. We'll answer anything that you got to the best of our abilities, and I'll tell you flat out if I don't know, but I'll be able to find that answer for you. So you're new to the community. I would invite you to do some invites. Unfortunately, I'm having surgery in the morning, so I won't be playing for a month. And I got a lot of games I got to knock out here. So I'm burning through games, chatting it up. But these guys will always be here ready to answer. Hey, you're part of one of the best communities I've seen. I hear horror stories about the pool guys. I mean, I've been in some of the online tournaments for your console games, and those people are just, there's a lot more douchiness out there. Of course, we will have ours, but I'd like to say the douchiness percentage of this community is a lot lower than most times in life. Especially once I stop talking, then we're good. Then the even lessens the douchiness. All right, so we got 3-4. This is there all day. I'm actually more worried about going long. Thanks, Neil. I appreciate it. I expect you to come up here and take care of me for a day or two. And you're somebody that I think that we can get you going. I mean, you were a world's competitor, but I think a couple days with just me and you together, we could get you into like maybe second to last, man. Ah! Well, Ryan, guess what? I'm in Iowa, but we moved to Iowa from Bloomington. My wife's family's all in New Prague. I got married at Profile Event Center. And a lot of these guys were there for that. So, and we'll probably move back to Minnesota very soon. You also have another resource available to you too. You have a place that's not a bar. We call it the Banger Bunker, but it's all the top guys in Minnesota play there, and it's a nice little man cave-ish type place. But if you ever need to, just reach out to me and I'll get you some info on it and get you hooked up with those guys. Plus, you have a great commercial vendor up there, Indeed Vending. I say that because they're great. They were the ones who really started kickback programs in the first place, like the first real vendor to do it. But and that's in Burnsville, so it's on the east side of Burnsville. I want to say it's 46. It's not 46 on, but it might be 42. I get them backwards since I'm not there living on it. Awesome, Neil. Well, hey, if you feel the Wisconsin tournament, if you do need to go and you want to drive, you just want to do the whole thing. Ah, CJ, there's CJ, man. CJ's the up and comer up there. I mean, some people have thinking he's really great. Yeah, I don't think he's quite at that level yet. But CJ, Ryan, CJ, yeah, no worries, man. Did I water that? I did. I fucking murdered it. God damn it. That was a terrible shot. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate that. That's embarrassing. I had this thing locked up with a clean round and then blew it. Yeah, I don't know. See, I don't know. It's something about jigs. The jigs are up. I don't know. He's always talking about jigs. Like he's an Irish dancer. He dances the jig. Is that what those things are? I don't know. I mean, Neil, I don't know. Maybe somebody can explain it to us sometime. Maybe we could figure it out. We could do some research together if you do come up. I think it's like yogging. The J is silent. Oh, Jesus, Ryan. Ryan, you're in a position, though. Okay, the learning curve is so far down nowadays compared to what it used to be. When I started playing, and we're not going to admit how long ago this was, but it was roughly about how long ago CJ was born. So, we didn't have all these newfangled internet devices. We didn't have people streaming live for this. You played at the bar with your buddies. And if you were lucky, you fell in love and got, well, I don't know if lucky's the right word, but you fell in love and got addicted and you were beating the shit out of your friends, so you were looking for something better. And then you see the online tournaments on the machine. You're like, wow, I could win some serious cash. And then you find out there's a tournament in your area and you go to it and you realize how fucking intense this can get. And you're hooked. And then you're traveling around the country, sometimes the world, trying to play Golden Tee. And it becomes a life. Loving you is a losing game. All right, that got down low enough. I think I got a putt now. I'm on cliff. This is a putt for sure. Now, if I'm going to... Okay, so we're over 25 yards. This is going to clear the gap of the hill in front of me. The question is... I'm playing stout, so it's half the wind. Does a 4 wind move this to where I hit this putt straight? Or do I have to play this? I'm going to hit it straight and see what happens. Oh, and it moved it more than enough. And I probably should have C-putted that now that I'm looking at it. That turned that a shit ton. But and Neil's a perfect person to go to. He jumped in the live stream randomly out of the blue. And the next thing you know, he's asking if there's anybody in Kansas City. And I send him all these guys, and now he's got friends for life, man. He's been to my house now. I mean, fuck. We drank shots of tequila that we've come to find out. I did not pour shots. I poured quadruples, I think. When one shot for 4 people takes 3/4 of a bottle of Patron, that's not good. That's a bad move. That was a bad decision. Hang on one second. Answer Golden Tee questions while we play. Where's Afton? So now, oh, Woodbury, no shit, man. All right, so all I need from you is to stop at the Woodbury Portillo's and then just drive about 4.5 hours south, and we'll get you going. We'll get you up to par real quick. You're gonna get a lot of info, and I really, I mean, people might laugh at this, but if you're really getting started, Skipper's a great place to watch. He's got a lot of info. I mean, really, he and I can answer almost any question that you got on a Golden Tee. And Puff is right. Woodbury. No, it's not at all. Max Manning's in Woodbury. Now, we don't see him as much anymore. And he's taking a union job, too. Boy's a working boy. Yeah, we can have some, we'll have some fun sometimes. And yeah, we all loved your wife, too, Neil. Yeah, Brandon, you can't think in that. You can't think in always or nevers, man. Maybe someday. Oh. But today I'm gonna be. I gotta play. I got courses coming from all years, all walks of life. So we're going through pretty much all of these riders. Well, but see the difference though, Neil, between like how you started and me, you got to just come on here and be just a digital fucking name on a screen before you did. I was kidding too. Well, now Puff. So last night on the show, I put a bounty on Mr. Andy House for this tournament. So if someone can happen to knock him out of the tournament, shit, if somebody beats him one of these, right? You're going to get this incredible mouth created shirt from 2011, I believe is the year I made these. But you will get a chance that you will have this shirt in your closet. And that could be for you. That could be for you. The shirt will do it. That might just be an XL, Puff. That might have been when I wasn't as fat. Okay, so Ryan, invites are what I'm playing right now. The event is a setup that's going to be the same for an entire week, whether it is a weekly prize or you're playing individual games. To be quite honest, it's not worth your time to play them right now. You're not at the level. I'll play those, and I'll probably win 75% of them while I'm on the home edition. And with scores are generally 33 to 35 on the one that we're seeing right now. Yeah, I know. I see that, Puff. It's awesome. But so invites would be something like you can pick and choose who you're playing. So you'll go if somebody could get an invitation. But and the invites are like what I'm playing right now. So it can be up to, I want to say it's 100-person limit you can send in the invite. But like this one's just a head-to-head game against somebody. You pick the amount of money on it. What you need to do is download the GT Caddy app, not the GT PGA Tour Caddy app yet, because the PGA Tour Caddy app doesn't have invites in it quite yet. And it won't until they're still working that out on how invites are going to work on the PGA machines. But on your home edition right now, you'll use the older app. And we call it older, but it's essentially it's going to be rebuilt too. So the app's going to stick around for a while. There's going to be two. And on the app is where you can build your bags of clubs, balls, all the goodies like that, friends requests, yada, yada, yada. I'm sure if you just put in here what your Golden Tee name is, I'm sure your name's under that. You'll have a flurry of invites from these guys. I, unfortunately, am maxed out on the invite list, but if you send me one, if you send me a friend request on the app, I'll find somebody to get rid of. And unfortunately, as of right now, I got to get rid of Canadians. And by the time they get Canadian invites, I hope they up the limit to friends on that. He absolutely is, CJ. You got a Discord channel, too, that CJ and Jay Ware run. So you can get in on that. I'm sure CJ will get a link. If he has to send it to me on Messenger so I can put it into the chat, probably need to. But you got a short link for that, too, don't you, CJ? Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go, guys. Friend request him up. Get him involved. We gotta kidnap people now, man. I'm sure somebody's going to invite you to the home edition group. I think you were in there already. But really the page on Facebook that we're going to use mostly is the Golden Tee fan page. In the dust, once I stood by ya, was on a sunflower. You're the sunflower. All right, we're going over the top today. I personally like the high tee thumb this. I know it's not hitting this even if I don't high tee. Yeah, somebody will get you quick. I don't know why I high tee thumbed it so hard, but we're good. Chris, there's no way I'm getting there. I got one already today, but I think I hit 7 on events last night. But because that's ended up being what I had to fit. I had to get those in the most last night, and none of them count. It goes up on the screen after, but doesn't change your totals. So I'm still sitting at 48. So if I do the math, 48 would require. I mean, if I go on a heater today and I keep putting them in, I'll keep going because I'm playing all invites right now. I got 35 to do. Oh, Jesus. Well, good. So you're going to be successful. God damn it. that is not how to finish this course. I've been having problems on that hole. All right, we got 11 cross. Ooh, actually, this could be a hole-in-one. This has a good chance of going in, to be honest with you. I pushed it out too far. It's going to be fine, but I pushed it out too far. Way too far. We're going to try. We'll see if we can get it. $28. I think I only missed one shot. That was only a par of 29 on that setup, I believe. That's ridiculous. That's been a lot of them. That's like I had a 28 par the other day in my match against Bryce. Maybe 29. I drove something that probably shouldn't be, but well, you can play handicap. You can play handicaps too, though, and you can do them for no prizes as well. So, okay, so this is a 4-man. There's 4 of us. It's got a list of maybe like 100 people on a list that could choose to accept or decline it. Hey, Cole, welcome, sir. And I mean, you'll have different levels of players. So like I'll accept all handicap, non-handicap, whatever. I generally won't send them out myself, but once you get into the group, you can get into some groups of people. Now you're probably going to want to maybe play a lot of glory ones right away. You're going to find it a hard time. Nice. You're going to need to probably play more glory ones. Shit, you might playing me well after my back surgery tomorrow might end up getting pretty fair. Now, I do get a lot of invites from the stream of games that people probably shouldn't be playing me on, but as like a little donation for doing the stream kind of thing. But I generally tend to try to play those online with them or stream it, so you get a good chance to see how I approach the holes, as well as, and then kind of follow along and see what you're doing differently. Like that. You're not doing that enough. All right, guys. We're getting wet today already. We got moisture going. We got in fact, I'm opening the window, dude. It is gorgeous out. Gotta find my clip. Get a little cool breeze blowing. Oh shit! I didn't even know this was here. Huh? I think we might be onto something, but I can't drink today. Can't drink. That would have been a good idea. Hey, hi Austin. Happy birthday again, buddy. I hope you had a good time. I don't think it takes much with your crew out there to have a good time, but Russ, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, but I didn't know that was there. I mean, that's a surprise that's going to be a Neil drag. Maybe Neil drinks it with me. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? All right, so we're now at we've only got 44 more hole-in-ones to go. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can get this done. Maybe we can get to 43 right now. Yeah, the sex change is tomorrow, correct, yes. God damn it, Justin, I told you not to tell anybody. We can start a relationship soon then. Now, if I got a sex change, would I immediately become the best female player in the world? Would we be having, like, would you guys be having IT pass stuff or PGT saying that I can't play in the women's events? I mean, would we be going down that route? I mean, I do a Tuesday drag show that isn't streamed by any chance, where my name is actually Marcy, and that's why Diane and Jill always think it's cute to call me Marky, but what they don't realize is it's actually Marcy, and they don't know that part of my life I've been trying to hide from them for so long. Oh, yep, backy out of me. So for those of you that were asking, I actually got her to type out everything that she's doing, and it's a discectomy, a fusion, and some word for cleaning everything up. No, that's merci beaucoup. Merci, not mercy. And then don't think that if you see something that I'm doing that you don't understand why, please ask. I know people don't feel like they feel like asking questions is bad. No, it gets me talking on topics. And if you ask these guys, I can go on a diatribe like you wouldn't even understand. This could turn into 3 hours of me talking and getting hypercritical and super analytical about the game and shots. So you just never know where it can go. Or we could talk about my Drag Tuesday shows. It just can go anywhere here. We got all sorts of options. Yeah. So the tutorial on fulls is a little tougher for me because I am really almost against fulls. I use them on certain holes that are good for bailing out, not for attacking them. I use them to bail out on certain holes, which is a great thing to have but it's in general, you're generally looking at 2 clicks as the turn on most clubs. If you're hitting a real low iron, like your 2 hybrid or 2 iron, it's a little bit more than 2. Otherwise, and then as you start going lower than like your 5s, it's down to 1, 1.5. So you'll be judging that based off of wind. But really, I only use fulls in certain situations. Like, if I had to play a whole round with them, I'd fuck up quite a bit. If I had to just pick and choose a couple of holes, I'll rarely miss with them. And then there's just certain holes that are different. Like, I mean, if we were playing a full wind ball like a Titan, there are some holes where I would be hitting a full from turning with the full into it. I know that sounds really stupid, but it actually can happen. And then you're getting into a different shot, a shot that Steve Sobey created called the arcade. I think this could go in. Guy didn't hit it straight, though. We pushed it a little bit off. Can I go where you... All right. So now we got to judge risk to reward. The only way I'm getting this in the hole is with the C3. But if I don't get this out, and even if I do get it out, this line is not good. So we'll try it from over here. I'm not going to get it on. I might leave myself a short chip. And that's as best as I could have hoped for. Honestly, that's as best as I could have hoped for. Oh, come on. That chip could have... Oh, caught the... that was... I felt like that chip was beautiful. Oh. Uh-oh. We don't need to answer potential spam. We got to get back to Taylor. All right, Bernard, for the most part, I don't worry about a machine's maintenance. If I see the green top, I'm assuming that most vendors out there, unless they had players that requested the green top, don't manipulate the machines. So if you see a green top, it was made in 2018 or newer. So that basically tells me that machine is very unlikely to have any problems. Otherwise, it's, I mean, touch it and feel the ball. If a machine is on and there's money left in it, I'm telling you, a lot of the times people quit because the machine was fucked up and they got their money back from the bar. But no, it's not really easy to tell. The best thing though, the thing that you're really concerned about on any machine you walk up to, the outward approach is the ball. If you feel it and it feels like shit, chances are the machine's going to play like shit. All right, so I played a full there, but that was just because that was really the only option. So, all right, I'm going to play this to try to make it. And there's a little risk to it, but here's my thought process. If I land on the top close to making it and it trickles down, it will stay on the middle platform, right? The middle tier. And putting up to the top tier from the middle tier is going to be really easy to do. So I'm high teeing this. I'm not going to hit it hard, but I'm going to cut it a little bit with bite. And we stopped it. That's perfect. I'm happy with that. And really, this is a... I always play this shot. We're going to low tee the 10.5. All right, so we shot a quick 29. Pretty solid. I think that's a one better, actually. I hold out ones. All right, we are at... Doesn't show hole-in-ones on that one, did it? Damn it. But I think we're down to 90. I think we're down to only 45 more needed. Yeah, Bernard, I wish I had a better answer than that. Another way you can kind of tell, if you look at the GT app, there's a favorites. People can hit favorites on machines. If you see a machine with a lot of thumbs up on it, that's a good way to tell. I mean, if a lot of people play, their chances of it being maintained properly are a lot better. Now, another way, Bernard, is fucking put a post on GoldenTeeTV and say you're going to be in an area, and you'll know. The players will tell you what machines are good and what machines are trash. One of the problems with the app is that IT didn't want to put a spot for comments or things like that, which I don't quite understand because they didn't want to piss off vendors. Well, if they did that, then they'd have vendors that are doing better for their customers, which in turns it creates more gameplay. I would think that would notice. Well, the ball rattling on it, there could be any numbers of things. You got a point. Right when the ball comes out of the box, the rollers are perfectly solid metal, right? And let's see if I have one sitting here. And I do. So if we're looking at this, right? And this one's a little bit worn in. I don't know how well you're going to get a good look at this. But you can kind of see a little bit of a marking on the middle of it. So this one's been used quite a bit. But there is a aluminum plating. I don't know what the metal is. I'm going to say aluminum. I'm probably wrong. But it has a plating over the rollers. So right away, super smooth. Really hard to be fine-tuned with your aim because without having a little groove, you're taking a point on a sphere and having it try to be your aiming thing. Harder to do. Once you get a little groove in it, you have more surface area contacting with it. Good. Then, as the ball plays in, 100 games in or so, that plating that they have on top of it starts to flake off. That will cause a lot of the rattling you hear in the trackball because it's then not perfectly level. You got to play through that because once the plating's gone there, you get a groove, and that'll work like that for... I mean, I have balls that I one of my favorite balls I had of all time. I think I played it for 5 years and had probably 20,000 games on it. Something like that. And that was just me going in every once in a while when it started fucking up, maintain it, clean it out, maybe switch the rollers from the left to the right, the X and the Y. But I don't see the quality there as much with the hat balls anymore. They're still the best thing out there. Wake up, this is not a dream. But so then that ball will then go. Then you could have bearings get a little gunked up sometimes. Generally, the sound of the ball isn't always a great telling point. I've had a ball that sounds like absolute shit that's incredible, and you have a ball that sounds perfectly smooth, perfectly great, but it's because a bunch of people got their oily mittens on all over it, and now your shots are reading 20 miles per hour or less. There's a happy medium in there that's good. Right now, this ball is really, I mean, you guys can probably not, it can hardly hear it. Shit. Sorry, Caesar. Give me 1 second. We're going to dumb down the internet. I got it on a real high connection. Let me do this real quick. We're going to, hopefully that was a momentary blip because it went back for me. So hopefully we don't have to touch it. I won't touch it at all. Buffering should stop. We look clean again. But if I have to, I'll dumb down the bit rate. All right, we're going to go no T here. And I'm biting this because this is probably going to land right about pin high. Yeah, so Trissa, yeah, the old ones, like the one I just showed you guys doesn't have that, didn't have it on it. That was an old ball. And I'll tell you what, if you guys saw on Facebook, there was somebody, a vendor selling old balls like that they took out on their route. Guys, if you could go make an offer, I don't want to spend extra money on it. Buy 20 at $10 a piece. You'll turn that 20 into, if you buy 20 old balls, and you could turn it into 5 perfect track balls. That you don't have to break in. They're absolutely perfect. And then you got all sorts of extra spare parts like the encoder boards, all that shit. It's actually a good thing. And that's what I did here. And I actually sent all the balls to Justin. So I actually have a box of track balls with no physical ball in them. Yeah, I should have backspun it. I misjudged my distance on that. Okay, so you got my cabinet is a 2001 ball might need to get replaced. Ryan, what I would do first, you almost never need to. The only time I really say it's imperative to replace a ball is if I open it up and there's rust or corrosion all over it. You can't really get past that. Or the rollers have developed so deep of a groove that it's like, I mean, you can really feel it. That's the only 2 times. You can otherwise, balls will last fucking forever. So and if you open up a trackball right, it's a really simple thing. It's 2 of these rollers with this flywheel that's for the encoder. It's 2 circuit boards that are the readers for an optic board that the encoder goes through and it counts the times the light passes it. So it determines your miles per hour, the revolutions that it's getting. And then 6 bearings. All right, because there's a 3rd roller that has no wheel on it that's just for stabilization. It's a really simple thing. Just your word of warning is before you do anything with the trackball, disconnect it. It's a 6-pin plug. It might be 4 pins, but it's the one right below it. Yeah, I've got a few of those. And I've got a few of those, Craig. I've knocked a few through. In fact, it was one thing we had to have IT tell HAP to change their design because we had a box of new balls that Russ set me up when I had their machines at my place in Minnesota. That out of the 6 balls he sent me, I broke 5 I broke 5 of the casings in one day. And that was just because the seal wasn't correct on the ball, so it was losing its structural integrity with it. And I gotta stop talking so much and play because I'm gonna be here all night. I'd probably have a few broken ones just sitting around here. Magic Savage Love. Oh, this is good. All right, we can do it no high T. This got a chance of going in too. So we were trying last night to come up with what course we think would be the best to play. Mind you, it can't be an event type or Freaky Friday type course. For hole-in-ones. Now, the analytical part of me would say the course that gives you the most opportunities for hole-in-ones would be the one with the most drivable par 4s and 5s. So I would say that Rattlesnake. But that isn't taken into the fact that the par 3s on Rattlesnake aren't the best ones to ace. While this is drivable, this isn't a really good ace hole. And I just left that short, didn't I? Oh, I got lucky. I did not hit that as hard as I wanted to. So, in the end, a lot of the consensus ended up being like... The consensus ended up being Hidden Temple might be the best course for hole-in-ones that we've ever had, because the par 3s are all great. Mike, we're just bagging out. We're clearing out the account before surgery tomorrow, my man. Yeah, like this hole, it's a short par 3, but this isn't a good ace hole. And you know me, I know my ace holes. Oh, I thought I had bite on. Fuck me. No, it's just a break-in period, Craig. I will say, I mean, if you ask every person at Worlds what the biggest problem was, is playing on brand new machines. It's not the machine itself, it's the trackball. But they're perfect. You don't have to mess with them. It just takes a little bit of time. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I mean, you get there, and it's really hard to be precise right away with it. Now, if I started seeing things... Oh, he's seen it. He's seen the shirt before. Don't worry, man. There's kind of a good story behind it. I mean, I made that shirt like 10 years ago, and I for some reason I can't keep track of anything for a week in my house, but my shirts from tournaments, I still have like all of them. And it's like, when I go donate clothes to like Goodwill, I just can't give them these shirts, man. Like, what would they just wouldn't appreciate it. Oh, wow. That isn't an up one. That was not an up one. That's a left one. Why is it telling me that bounced straight left when it hit? No, actually, they say not to. Neil, they say not to shave because razor bumps and things can turn into, ingrown hairs, and they'd stop the surgery if that happened. They wouldn't be able to do it. I have some blisters on my feet from Vegas and sandals. Those UFOs are great, but when they get a little bit steamy, like, and we were worried about that, but the neurosurgeon was like, no, that's fine. All right, we got it. Shit. All right, this is the shot. I'm going to probably fly the screen, though. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's long. That's wet. Yep, I saw it. But you can't lay up. I don't know what is up with my chipping. I'm not even going to worry about it. My feel for everything is just so off right now. It just is. And I mean, I can't blame. I guess GoldenTee's feel right now is not my priority. I'll have to develop that back here shortly. Beautiful mistake. Now this hole... No, dude. I'll show you. It is not athlete's foot. There's physical blisters. No, it's on the sides, like where the tongue thing was. Shut up, Josh. Get back to work. Nobody likes you. But everybody loves your wife. If you're watching, we love you, Kristen. Well, if you don't mind. But thank you for telling everyone how much of an athlete I am. I'm big time. I mean, I always liken the GoldenTee community to Kingpin, where they walk in and they're astounded by the level of great athletes they see there. Josh, can you tell me what it's like having friends because you have a cool wife and not because of a cool personality? I want to know how that works. I need to know. I'd like to try that. If Jill was more extroverted, I would probably be in the same position as you because everybody likes her. What, nobody, she doesn't really put herself out there a lot. Good man. A whole life. All right. This is probably too much club, but I want to low tee this and thumb it. Yeah. I could have gone a little slower, but I was also scared of getting it over the edge. 30 on this course isn't great. I mean, it's 3 off of par, but the drivable hole over the top was tough today. Oh, okay, good. So she keeps them all separate. Yeah, Billy, your wife is not, yeah, no one's ever going to say that Christina's not a people person. I think we're going to have another one of those. I think once Steve Celeste gets to bring his girl out, I got a feeling she reminds me a lot of Christina. Like, you're going to be put in the shadows because everybody's going to be liking her. I know. That's why I don't bring Joe places anymore. No, it's because we don't have a way to get rid of the dogs for weekends. Okay, are we having problems logging in? This rarely happens. No, Ryan. When I'm talking, it's just my habit, dude. I get asked that question quite a bit, but it's just one of those things. It's one of those things I do. I'm just talking, and when I'm talking. Thought I had it. Yeah, the funny thing is the first pullback I do is probably right most of the time, and then I reset it. I can't not do it. Wind under in the summer sea, save me. Yeah, I'm going crazy, man. It's because I need the attention, Chris. You know, I'm here to seek attention. That's the whole thing. Have you guys ever noticed that people that write posts like that and are the most negative people you see, dude? Like, I don't know if I could live that way, just always hating everything, like always having a problem with something. We all go through those times in our life. I mean, there's probably something external going on, but man, I just can't, being that negative all the time has got to be exhausting. There's no one to share to. Oh, I do. I have Golden Tee Tourette's. Now, this is the setup we had at Worlds. Shit, you know what I could do? I mean, maybe we'll take a look through. I got a lock conditions card from Worlds upstairs. Maybe we can go through that a little bit. To get me through it all. Yeah, so we have everybody has something. They're all for me, it's that. For Stenmark, it was always, for Stenmark, it was always the flyby button. No, I didn't just block myself. Okay, good. Oh, Chris Albert said it. You're not seeing the comments. Chris Albert right above you, 4 comments higher. I was getting used to being someone you love. Oh, God, that should have been the moisture that we need. Oh, I was getting kind of used to being someone. I do apologize, though. Another tick as I sing when there's dead air. I don't want you guys having dead air. Yeah, you gotta... Oh, are you watching on a mobile device? There's... For some reason, when you click the links to join, sometimes it takes you to a mobile part. But if you just go in, if you go on YouTube or just type in a browser, gt.live /themouth, that'll get you to the spot where I think you can get the comments right away. But he's commenting. He has to see the comments. Your word can make a heart open. I only have one, but I can make an explosion. So, you guys want to hear a game that we used to play? It was a shot point based game. And CJ, if you ask your bunker buddies about this, it might start a day or two of some really fun shit. But we called it Light the Fuse. So most of us have the volume off. But if I was like, oh, I'm pointing this, right? You hammered it and you turned the volume all the way up. If you pointed it, you cleared the pot out. If you didn't point it, you had to add a predestined amount of money into the pot. I wanted to make sure I didn't leave it turned up. That was a fun... Ah, fuck it! I switched clubs. I was going to hit a high T. I switched the clubs. That sucks. That was just stupid. I got to pay more attention. Inside my brain. Little stupid, a little mistake. Sorry, yeah, dude. If I don't do this when I get my reminders, I'll forget to pay shit. All right, done. Done. No, that was me. No, nothing got done there. I did that. I stopped and was talking. It'll happen from time to time. I know when to blame myself and when to blame IT. Yeah, that was good. I don't care. We'll miss a stroke or two. Michael Kaufman loses enough invites to me. He gets one free one here. But he's a tryhard. He wants all of it. All right, we're gonna go up on the mountain today. Maybe over it. Who knows? Nope, right where I want it. Gravel? Perfect. Maybe spin on that? Yeah, we're done on this one. See ya, invite. Yeah, Mike's got it. We're going to give it up. We're going to give it up. No sense. I'm not playing Baja with a 2 off. No way. That's bad. That's bad. But I went aggressive at that hole. But it happens. All right, let's get an event in. We're gonna sprinkle these in from time to time. Actually, no. For 30 years, we made money because there was such a big player base, and we have a skill set that we've learned for a long, distinguished careers. Oh, points are always... There's Jay Ware. Hi, buddy. Like Oklahoma, I'm coming sooner. Brittany, well, when we realized that it doesn't count on half the games I was playing last night, we didn't have any that counted last night, or if we did, there was one early. But yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed in the hole-in-one stat. It's not right. We actually spent a little time digging into people's stats last night and even pulled Paul Duna in on the phone. It's counting hole-in-ones for daily games or for closest to the pin. I'm not sure which, but it's not giving you a game played. So the numbers are totally skewed for people now. Honestly, it's almost a meaningless milestone stat. But I got 2 so far today. I would need to hit about 40 more today. If we get close, if let's say I pop 20 during these, I'll probably go for it. But I think I think we're at 99.55 right now. All right, do we want to go C3 and bring the left trap into play, or an A1 and possibly? Nice. Oh, shit balls. I thought it would stop up. So this can't be a putt. It's deep grass. I'd need it to be pretty damn high up. I still want to putt this, though, because I'm scared if I try to chip it. Oh, no, we're not going. We're good. We can rip this. But deep grass is one of those surfaces you gotta, I'm gonna wait to play events until I'm done with invites. I don't like being the only one in contests. But forever, right? So before any of the fangled apps and things are out there now, Dan Meiser wrote and was scraping there from IT and pulling all the stats down. So we had a way to compare stats, and he was making all sorts of different fields. But like the best players were sitting, I mean, like Haas was ridiculous. It was like a hole-in-one every 6 games, right? But everyone, like if you were better than 1 every 10 games, you were really good. And then lower than that, right? Yeah, it's exactly, Brittany. I'm doing everything right now. But now when we look, the game counts it's skewed. Haas is now sitting at 1 every 2 games based off of stats, and it's just not right. It's wrong. I'll get my new hard. I won't have to compete against you. What do you mean you'll get a new hard drive and you won't have to compete? I'm still gonna be here. Oh, you're saying I'm gonna have a few days, but I'm gonna at midnight. Maybe I'll go live again, but at midnight I'm gonna come down and bang out 15 games. Oh no! I'm just saying that the number it's lost a lot of its luster to me now after seeing that the stat is absolutely incorrect. Yeah, it was bad, dude. I was having a bunch of stuff. Just random shit. I'd still the one on Heather 17 that was the slope is going the other direction and the ball bounced. I looked at it again after that. I got you. Did you get one from Fitz? Yeah, I was having a debacle. It was just everything that could go wrong went wrong last night. All right, let's get some hole-outs now, though. Well, hole-in-ones. Hole-outs are just going to piss me off. Yeah, bye, Josh. Have fun. All right, so how do we want to go at this? Nope, not like that. Not the right shot. Well, it was, but I didn't hit it right. Yeah. I want you, baby. Come on, baby. need you. All right, hopefully no invisible bush. Well, you can't whiff the ball, but that's okay. You can, actually. I fucking whiffed that ball bad. I miss you more than... we got some beebing going on here. We're going to beeb it up. This hole, I feel like the wind, it's broken with stouts, to be honest with you. I had 2 shots last night that I hit a high 5 wood with an outwind on an uphill shot that should land at 295 and like literally flew the green. Like it was like the wind played and it was a standard ball. But then if I lay off of it, it's the right distance. But as soon as I get to like 140s on that hole, that ball was just going forever. Yeah, no, I played a couple more after I killed the stream last night and had it happen twice. It just felt like, oh, come on. Oh, thank God. Man thumbed it. Fucking then on this one, I hit one of the random rocks up here. Like that's just, it's just so, it was just all bad luck, man. Lots of bad. And then all I wanted was a little loving from my pup, from Lucy. And that little bitch just wanted treats and wouldn't even come near me unless I gave her a treat. She angered me too. It's like everything did. It was just, last night was an anger night. There's other things going on in my head right now is the problem. I'll settle for the ghost of you. Wow, that's deep today. And what made me finally quit playing these last night, my ball fell through the fairway and it like fell straight through. It was almost this identical setup, but it fell straight through and said it was on rock in the middle of shit. I wish it was on stream because then I could have set something. But I couldn't go back and get it. But I like landed up maybe 10 yards farther than this, and the ball fell through and said I was on rock. When I hit it, it didn't even get out of there. It landed directly in the water. I was like, ah, fuck this game. Why did I murder that? Fuck. All right, good. Done with that. It's clean, so that's all we're looking for, I guess, is clean. No, I don't want to play events. Yeah, but that high, you're right, SVT. That high 4, like, a 130 high 4 with a 15 at your back. I mean, that should be going no more than 320-ish. Like, and I had that one that went like 350. It was like, what the fuck? But I mean, I can't, there's no proof that tells me that it was something to do with stouts. Sandy Reeve. Okay, let's get some, wow. I bet Haas is in this, and he got the 31 in this. All right, we got to beat him. He's got a 31 with less than 68,000, so we need a 31 with 70,000, and that would be assured of a win. This is a great course, though, to be honest with you. Gotta hit it straight if you're gonna do that. Nope. To be honest, though, even with before stouts, that hole gave me problems sometimes with the distance just sometimes taking off on it. I was basically trying to play that to one hop in. You just never know the hop you're going to get with that shit in front of you. Fuck! 75. All right, now I'm getting cold. We're going to shut the window. So the high five, I don't believe clears this. So we got to play a baby cut in with the 3. Ah, green first, and that's cutting, shooting right at the hole. All right, here. What the? Oh. Well, if I shoot a 31 now, it's because it's going to be a really good game. That's not a good start. Ah, that was getting cute. Ooh. I didn't want to get cute with that because I have to. You can't lay off of it too much. We'll just hope we make the putt. Ah. Damn it. That felt good. Uh-oh. Were you linking it? Was that a link, Cam? Because I don't think links work for YouTube on Twitch. No, you can only move the T once. I canceled. What I did there was I canceled it, though, after I hit the button. You can cancel it, but once you place the T, it's there. You're stuck. All right, so pins on the far left. I'm happy with it. Yeah, it doesn't. It shows just stars here, though. You won't see the stars, but when it posts out to everyone else from Twitch, it shows stars. To be quite frank, too, I haven't logged into Twitch at all. Oh, yeah. If you're on YouTube, I think it lets you post YouTube links, though. And actually, I think I might have opened up link sharing on it. Okay, so to do the T, I'll hit the start button. It opens up the menu. If you're holding flyby down when you hit it, then you can actually look up while you're placing the T. God damn, that could have gone. So watch, if I do it here, I'm not going to use a T here. Well, maybe I will. So if I hold down flyby and hit the start, it'll keep that view while I'm looking up. then I'll let it go, and it'll unset. It will not set a tee. I wonder, can you do that? Yeah, you can't do it while you're there, because that's also the button to cancel it. What do you mean? You see what I mean? About what? About that? Did you see his shot? Or are you talking about on the events, Cam? No, not drivable. We're gonna put this one. Oh, actually, we're gonna put it on this island. Country, honey, where you from? I think I might have chose correctly. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Cam, I never put 2 and 2 together. I just now. Now I get it. I thought SVT Cam was somebody else, but now I get it. I now see that you're both. Damn, I thought I had an extra viewer. God. Now, I just know the hole that one won't go wet if it rolls off. Ah, yeah, that's true. It does. It does. So I do have 2 viewers. Welcome. I'm scared. I'm too scared. God, that par 3 is going to hurt. Well, no points is going to hurt, too. Oh, I have a little bit. Okay, we're okay. Yeah, this is too easy not to 29 it. All right, so the general consensus right now. Let me make sure I have the right one up. Hey, why isn't it in our club? Let me see. I'm going to check this out and see. Okay, so the bag that I put up is my standard bag. I got to get that set up for 1 click, but that's going to be the standard bag that I play on most courses. I'll have another bag that drops the 8.5 driver in favor of the 10.5, in favor of the 9.5 300 driver. And that's really just for height reasons and 1 or 2 shots. Oh, God. Bad. Ah. Oh, well. Good thing we're just closing out contests right now. This is not... I'm not playing very well yet. And those distances are really important because they do have some in-between clubs in there that are 5-iron with a 155. Now, I'm not saying they're bad clubs, but when people that you're going to see playing or that you're playing with don't use them as well, it's hard to mimic somebody who doesn't have the exact same clubs. Now, I'll have a couple of bags that have some what I call specialty clubs in it. And like a specialty club, I would consider the Zero Hybrid. That's the major specialty club for me because it's only really useful for one type of shot on a couple different holes. Yeah, you don't need them. Now, depending on what ball you're playing, Ryan, super spins would come into play. If I'm playing old school closest to the pin, I'm going to play the super spin clubs with like a normal ball that has normal spin. But if you're like a streaks player, the super spin clubs can actually make it have another, basically another form of spin. That's right where we want this. We got a chance of getting a chip in now. My God, I'm so bad at chipping all of a sudden. Fucking Christ. Yeah, but I don't need it. Now, you'll see a lot of people that take their wedge. Their one wedge has super spin. And that's so, like, if you get one of these weird shots from the rough across an obstacle, you'll actually get enough spin to stop it. You can control that on your own, and I just have never done it. But I will say, well, so the ball that everyone's using, now you're just starting off. So I would like to see you play a couple hundred games with normal balls that play the wind. The balls that I'm using right now are called the stouts, right? And the stouts play half the wind. If you get used to the game with half the wind, then if the stouts ever go away, you're going to have such a high learning curve that it's not good. So if I was going to start playing right now, I would recommend that you use the Titan ball. The Titan ball is the best ball they've ever made. It's just gotten outweighed because the half wind is so useful. But, I mean, really, those are the only two. The stout ball is going to be, I mean, it's a competition ball now. Like, you kind of have to. There's only a couple that have refused to switch, and they're just being ignorant as fuck. But the Titan ball gives you, I mean, distance, it's like the third longest ball out there, I think, maybe fourth. But out of balls that you actually play, distance-wise, it's all there. You get normal backspin, and the bounce is the standard bounce on most of the balls going around. Cut-wise, real similar to the cut of a stock ball, too. So my recommendation for anybody new is to start with that ball, and then once you start getting comfortable with shaping shots with that, you can then half everything, and then it's like you're shaping the shot, but with half the wind. So you don't even have to do that much thought process behind it. But if you start with stouts, you're going to then think that an 8-mile-per-hour wind does this to your ball, even though it's getting halved. God damn it, I did it again! I fucking didn't I didn't want to high tee that. I gotta stop. Fucking, oh. So stupid. No, grabbers are a terrible choice. The reason why I say that is because the bounce is so different. You get comfortable with that, now you basically have a learning curve behind it. It's the only ball that bounces the way it does, so you don't really have, you can't use it to compare to anything else. And this is coming from somebody who played all grabbers all the way up until, I mean, from when they came out till 2018. And I still played them for most of the year then until they gave us new tee boxes on agave. And I realized you can't drive hole one on agave with grabbers because the bounce is too low. I mean, you're just getting a familiarity with the game as he's starting right now, and you want to get something that's giving you a good happy medium down the middle. Happy birthday, Brad! All right. Oh, I got it all the way out. That's a goddamn good shot. Make it major. Please, those in favor. All right, that might make up for that stroke I just fucked up. All right, this one's gonna be ugly. I just don't. I thought they... Wow, that's just piss poor bounce. We're not going to get there. We kind of relegated against that after last night. But after finding out that, like, modes on the home edition don't really count everything. I had to leave. But I started off with 2 to start right away. So we'll see if I out of these invites, if I get closer, like within 20 of the number, I might go for it. But I think I'm at 50, 99, 55. So I got 45 left to go. Wow, this is special. I mean, you're really not ever going higher than a 5-1 on this. This should be good. You might think the world is colder. I never know the children who can bowl. Once I was all right, we're going for it. Why did I push it back to the right? I had the line. I had the line right, and then I think I'm wrong. Yeah. Well, we're not getting it down the hill this time, so we'll just leave it up top. I was scared of dentists and the dark. It actually does. High T does go. It goes higher with backspin, absolutely. And from the testing that we did recently on here, we did find that backspin and bite actually give you the same height. Now, from real world experience from playing, I don't believe that. I still don't. But the numbers don't lie. The height meter, unless the height meter is wrong, which could very well be. We've kind of had that thought for a long time that the height meter isn't really correct. But there's not a real way to prove it. You're gonna think the words wrong. I guess there is. We could, but the only way to do it is have an obstacle that it doesn't hit with a high. I mean, it's challenging. But what we did notice, though, is that bite and backspin hit the same height in the height meter. Stock no spin was one height, and then roll and release were the same heights, lower than standard. So it's clear that it definitely has an effect. Bite and backspin being the same would be kind of not smart. That wouldn't make sense. I just wanna... Oh, hey, man. Thank you very much, Ryan. You got a lot of old shit to watch on here, but we're probably not going to have much new shit at the surgery coming, so... There has been a thought about having a little mouth story hour where I go going back into the history, or at least the history as it's pertaining to me. I got a lot of it, but I don't know if I want to waste all those gems on just that. But we'll see. I bet I'm playing in a week. Fine, with a neck brace on, playing. All right, I'm gonna kill that club thing now and put the overhead cam back on. Oh, I hit the wrong one. Perfect. We are back. I do not have a golf video website, but the one that is out there, what is it? What's the Golden Tee one? GoldenTeeFan.com. He's got a lot of stuff on there. Spent a lot of time in it. We need to do some updating to it. I'm assuming this was a daily course. Or was this classic course of the week one time? This month. All right, nothing special we can do here except... Yeah, that isn't mine. That's Eric Nelson made that. He did a hell of a job with it. Eric Nelson, former Chicago guy. I think he's in Peoria. No, he's former Peoria guy, and now he lives in Chicago. And I wake up. in for the ride. Sleep with your eye. Five, hypnotized by the lights. Man, this must be the life. I don't know why. I love Will Smith's daughter's voice. All right, gotcha. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Russ. I appreciate it. I know you guys care. It's nice. It's a good feeling. It takes a lot of pressure off of Jill. She doesn't have to love me as much because you guys are here, so that's nice. Yeah, it's going to be a bit. I mean, I'm going a little slower than my normal pace. At our spot, there's some things I want to show you. Meet me at our spot. Spot, there's some things I want to show you. You can find us there. I don't know if maybe I'll break this into two and go live later tonight too. I don't know yet. All right, so this is a fun shot for me. I just enjoy hitting this. I don't know why I like it, but the low T, and this is Ryan, if you're here still, this is why I carry the 8.5, because the low T 8.5 will skip the water. And I'm such a bitch. I had it way too soft. That's stupid. My touch just gone, dude. Just nothing right now. Meet me at a spot. Fuck! God, I planned on having my player count jump a bit today, and it's probably not going up at all. Not good. I'm already probably out of this one. Oh, no, we can still play. I got nothing. Yeah, my thumbs are spastic. I can't go straight. Hopefully all this stuff gets corrected. All right, we can't drive this today, so there's this little patch out here that is the tee box that you can drive the green from. Well, that shot is pretty nice, so why not just get used to it and put the ball right there? Oh. Fucking such an easy look. All right, good, nice. Here we go. I didn't hit it straight. Game's really easy if you hit straight. Oh, you're lucky. Well, so to add cash for PGA, you either use the old app, Caesar, or you go to the website and add funds. Now, it's a shitty scenario that you have to do. I fucking can't get my spin right. I wanted release. But if you use the old app, you just make sure. The reason why is the new app for PGA, that with Apple's restrictions now, they're taking 30% of the money that gets added through the apps. You can't, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. If you lost 30% of the money and then had to pay the vendors, they're losing money every game played. Okay, so that's probably a glitch. That's not, I would say that was just an error. Probably a glitch. Now, okay, so now here's the thing though. Are we calling a rollover right? Did you maybe hit the edge of the cup? But all you got to do is go to, if you just use the old app or go to the website. It's also why I don't think IT has, they haven't updated the old webs. They haven't updated the old caddy with anything new, because I think if they push an update out, I think they then get stuck with the new restrictions of 30%. Now that is currently, it's probably getting to the, fuck! It's probably going to get to the Supreme Court, in fact. I was trying to get the ramp. I did get the ramp, but out of heavy rough, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but Epic is fighting them right now and trying to change it. I honestly, it doesn't sound legal, but we'll see what happens. Okay, from the fringe. Okay, that's a different story. So the physics on putting's a little different off the fringe. I don't think it has the same effect. Like where I think it's back to the natural distance of those clubs. Well, he's not even a 60-foot putt. He was 21 yards away, is my guess. So. He did avoid a 60-foot putt because he had a 21-yard putt, not a 60-footer. Now, was it 25 by any chance? Because that's an even different thing. And on those, you're still getting similar results to the turbo putts. View your worst. No, it is. It absolutely is. But it's still, I mean, for the caddy coins and things like that, though, that's why that currency is there. Because those caddy coins, if you add money and they're giving 30% of it away, you can't use that on a thing that you're actually paying that money out. If it's buying a digital commodity, it's still, you're just cool. You just jack your prices up a little bit. Or you just take it. Yeah, 99.54 we're at, it said. But just remember, you gotta separate putts from fringes with putts on the green. They still play a little differently. Well, good. I'm sure. I'm guessing that it was 25 yards. Is my guess. Because that is still the magic number for off the green shit. All right, we're gonna hit this up as far as we can and probably get a chush. Now I didn't spinner it because I wanted it to come as close to the middle as I can, so that I have the least amount of rough to go over. And now I should make this. So we got a freebie. The more that you say, the less I know. I follow. Yeah, they are surfaces like that. Like they can adjust and say how that hey, ball effect doesn't matter. So the ball stats don't matter, which is what I think they did on putting, because there was a ball, the Vanguard, that if you are on the green and you put roll on it, it's why I kind of think that roll does do something, even though they say it doesn't on putts. So if you put roll on a putt with Vanguards was this weird spin ball, and I don't even know what the characteristic was, but you could putt like 250 feet to 300 feet. when every other ball in Golden Tee will not go that far. Like, you can get it only to go like 150 so feet, except in a couple weird circumstances where, like, you got a down 10 and the ball's in the air. Then it can only go 150 feet after it lands, so you could get it up to theoretically a lot higher. But it stopped working. They stopped allowing that to happen, and it seems like all the balls putt almost exactly the same now too. So I think what they did was remove the ball attributes when you have a putter or on the putting surface, which is why that now everything putts like stock balls did, which if you don't have the attribute boost of power, then you don't have the chance of it rolling over as much. It's like now I don't even bother seed putting on anything that's less than a down 8. Even down 8s I generally don't anymore. The more that you say, the less I know, and you say I follow. All right, we got to try to make these. So I would go up to a 5 normally, but I'm going to cut this and hit it harder. You home wherever you go, so follow. My hand, that's my man. The less I know. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're going for the 10,000. I don't. If we start getting, we got to get it. We got to start lowering these numbers, man. These are rookie numbers. That's just bad luck to hit one of those little beams. That's bad luck. Can I make it pay from here, though? We're going to just pray to God. We're going to pray to God. Praying to God! Actually, I don't think I need to pray. I think if I hit this... Oof. Better now, and only say it because you're not around. And to let you down, could have give you everything. All right. Now, see, this one is always there, too. It's just not... You hit random shit all the time. Crapshoot. Just trying. Like I'm Jonas. I'm born to forget. I know you'd say that you are better now. Oh. Nothing special. Just knock the shit out of this. Probably could have high-teed it, but if I'm hitting at 157s now, that's great. If I can do that every time. I think I'm going to change out all of my buttons this week, too. I'm just getting... I'm feeling like I'm... Is it my brain that's not working right? Or am I thinking I'm hitting buttons and it's not reading? I think it's my brain, though, because it doesn't feel like when I hit the buttons it's not working. Better now, and only say it because I'm not around. How is that hasn't worked on the game? Wait, what? Okay, hang on a second. Mike Reed, question for you. When you say you go straight back and straight forward, max is 142. How is that hasn't worked on the... Okay, the last part of that question, Mike, I don't know what you mean by that. How is that hasn't worked? How does that compare with distance? Okay, the simple fact, Mike, is that I'll explain this and then I'll get to Caesar's question. Anytime you pull the ball back, it jumps you on a dead straight shot to the 2. Your max is 142, right? Okay, it doesn't matter if I pull it to the A, the C. If I hit it straight to 2, it maxes out at 142. If I hit it out to the 1, it maxes out at 158, or to the 3. And it's a little bit inside, so it's got to about here. If you're looking on the overhead cam, you're about to this spots, right? Maybe 10% in the way inside, you can still get to 158. Now, this is going to blow your mind. If you hit a straight C1 at 158 and happen to turn and aim the ball at the same exact point and hit a straight B2 at 142, they go the exact same distance. The numbers on the miles per hour, they're great to get readings from, but you have to know that the multiplier on the going out away from the 2s is there for show. It's just because it didn't look right when they made the meter to have you hitting a C3 or an A1 and having it show slightly lower speeds than hitting it straight while you're going farther. Now, when you're on curve shots, you got a couple of different things to them, but really once you pull the ball past the 45-degree mark, or the halfway between B and C, or the halfway between A and B, you're now getting a snap effect that will add distance to it. So while you're playing curves, unless you get the snap, hook, or slice, your curves are technically, the ball is traveling the same distance as if you hit a straight shot, except if we know on a straight line point to point, if you take the distance of a curve that went shorter, it's actually the same distance. So you're using a little bit of geometry, trig, physics, what have you, to understand it. Now, once you get into the snaps, that's a whole different thing. And it's a little bit harder to judge now, because where I used to be able to hit a A1 or a C3 at 158 every single time, the way that a trackball's reading now, the change in the coding on it, has caused that not to be the case. And forever I was trying to get them to fix it. And now I'm at the point, like, you know what? Yeah, exactly. But you do get snaps on it, though. The word that I use a lot to describe it is as the crow flies. And here's a perfect real-world example. We went to a tournament that was on a riverboat casino in Kentucky, Indiana, run by Game Time. And Haas and I roomed together. And Haas said, oh, I found a hotel that was 8 miles away. Okay, cool. Awesome. Sweet. It was an hour-and-a-half drive from that hotel to get to the casino, because it was on the other side of the river, and you had to either take a ferry or drive all the way around to a bridge to get there. So we still only, our drive ended up being 60 miles, even though we were only 8 miles away. And that's just because the straight line distance was only 8 miles, but we had to drive all the way around. So there's another point to it, and it's really hard to get. I mean, I can deal in theoreticals by pulling the cord out and hitting straight shots to give you the number. Justin, that's not a problem. That's a feature. Like that's exactly what we want it to be. And no, that should never get changed. That's part of the mechanics of the swing. If that got changed, that would change everything. That's not a, I call that one of those. It's a feature, not a mistake. But that wouldn't. Yeah, that's that. But that's just like real golf. I could snap hook the shit out of a ball. Even playing Golf Clash, I was really fucking good at Golf Clash because I learned that, hey, I can hit fulls on this the whole fucking time. And not have any risk of missing it because I'll always have the pullback right. I'm surprised somebody on mobile hasn't started hitting fulls on every shot. If you got perfect with it, it would be just, but the thing with the mobile though, you can get real accurate with your pullbacks. So fulls are actually always going to be less accurate. Oh, that was not a good effort. But Mike, I know you're watching on Facebook too, so Facebook doesn't allow our bots that we use to post back to it, so you're missing half the conversation, right? Well, okay, now back to Caesar's point. If I have the ball spinning directionally, right? Okay, we're going to talk just pure theoretical physics on this, right? If I hit 1 power to max out a distance going straight to the 2, right? And I hit that same power every time I swung. And it was just happened to be the perfect max of 142. If I took that same swing and directed it to the 1, well, my number's going to be way down because I'm losing half of my forward swing because I'm aiming 45 degrees left. So, I mean, roughly half of that is going to the directionally to the left, and half of it's going forward. So that spin is making it lose speed. I mean, that angle makes me lose forward distance. So if I spin it and want to get it to the 1, because the ball is already moving that direction, I don't need to hit it all the way to the tip of the 1 to get it to go to the tip of the 1. I can then bring some of my power back by bringing it back to the middle. And that's really it. That's really the biggest part about a C3 or A1 spinner. It allows you to not lose your forward swing power as much when going directionally. It also allows you to get it out to that direction a lot easier. And honestly, since the change after the 120 fix, I don't think it's nearly as necessary anymore. In fact, I hit a lot more A1s now without spinnering it because I can be consistent in what I do with that. Wow. Hopefully that makes sense, Caesar. And now it's a habit that we've just been doing. Spinners are we've hit spinners for so long. I can make your hands clap. That's not bad. 28s are good on that course. Hey, we got a new worldwide record. Yay! And Caesar, now I'll go back. Like, back when Steve Sobey worked for IT and he was the blue button guy, right? He and I'd be playing, and he said he never hit spinners because he was accurate enough to hit it to the 1 while not having a forward power loss because he was hitting the ball hard enough. It's almost, the spinner was almost a crutch that became useful, if that makes sense. Now with the way it reads though, the code of the swing, like, okay, wait a minute. Now my app shows 88,000, but my game count there was only 78,000. So what the hell is the difference here? Where is it getting that number? I mean, right? Did I see that right? Okay, good. So that's fine. Then do that. Oh, we got to change clubs. But that's so weird that my game count shows... it's a 16,000 game difference between the app and... That's a shit ton of difference, right? In fact, let's do this. Let's go here. I'm now very perturbed by these stats. I don't think that... I don't know if I can trust any of this bullshit anymore. You need a bad girl to blow your mind. Oh, to the room. Bang, bang, all over you. Stats are great. It's a great way to compare yourself on shit, but none of the stats on the game matter to me anymore. This doesn't seem to be right. That's weird. The stats thing has got me. That's got me irked a bit. The bad girl to blow your mind. I can't hit those notes, guys, but we're also gonna skip. Ooh. I love me some Halsey. So 4.5. Do I go here and here? Do I go here and here? We'll go here and here. Cause I keep digging myself down deeper. I won't stop till I get where you are. I keep... Fuck you. Oh, we're on it. Our thumbs are dialed in for the par threes, but this does nothing for stats. It means nothing. So this doesn't help me at all on my chase. No matter how I keep banging myself down deeper. I won't stop till I get where you are. All right, let's do this. Okay, that ball should have bounced left a click, and that's exactly what I was trying to do. I don't know how that bounced right on an up. Some of these bounces are starting to drive me fucking nuts. That didn't bounce the correct way. God, how aggressive am I getting here? I want to low tee this with release, but I'm going to be cutting it awful close, so I think we're just going to flip this with bite. That was probably the smarter, safer shot, but I would have kept the line really straight with that. It's low T release, but if I missed that directionally any little bit, it would have been a problem. Release got me there. Bad decision. I keep pulling myself down deeper. I won't stop till I get where you are. Come the fuck on. Gonna follow you the way no matter how far. I think I might like Halsey better than Taylor Swift. I don't know why. It's a close call, but I get into all of her music. I don't know why. Yes, I can work on my sexuality while I'm on the mend too. So that's a plus. I've been losing sleep about the things that you could be. Fucking no! Ah. Star. On the course of the week, the Chinese China one, is it teal? No, I didn't ask. I never asked him the question. I called him to try to talk to him about it live. So I'll ask him about it this week. Okay, course of the week. Now I haven't played classic course of the week. I haven't gotten out to play commercial in a bit, Mike. So I might not be the best answer on this, but I'm curious what. It's not Teal Gardens. It's Great Wall then. It's got to be Great Walls. The only other, is that the only other Chinese course that we have? How the fuck? Yeah, I can't, I don't really have a good answer there. I'd like to, but like I said, haven't been to the bar in a bit. My last game of commercial I played was against Andrew Haas at Worlds. Oh, everything is sailing. I never have a problem on an entire course. There are definitely holes in Golden Tee history that will give you problems. God damn, how come every invite that I play against somebody, the guy's got the fucking worldwide record? So I have to beat that without one being there. And you'll see that. It's why some of a lot of part of Golden Tee's course knowledge. There are certain holes that balls will go forever on. Hey, Maddie, how you been, buddy? Long time. Okay, this is a setup. Okay, honestly, this team, I don't remember this at all. I needed green first. I wanted that to hit and turn pretty good. Christine Young J. Oh. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Guys, all the well wishes are awesome. I really do appreciate it. It definitely means a lot to me. It means a lot to Jill, too. I think she's a lot more stressed out over this shit than I am. My wife is one who doesn't ever, like, use... Every year she gets a check at the end of the year because she doesn't use any of her personal time, ever. Hey, sure thing, Mike. I appreciate it. And she's actually stressed out enough that she took the rest of the week off. So she'll get home from work today and be down. Maybe we'll have to have Jill stream. We'll do like an hour a day teaching Jill how to play and see if we can get her up to snuff. Very good look for us today. The fact that the pin's up front means I can just murder boner this club, and I'm over these trees for sure. I'm insecure and I care what people think. We could do word of Mrs. the Mouth and see what she can talk about. All right, how do we want to go at this? I'm thinking high three. We're going to leave a longer putt, but we're going to be on the green. Oh, wow. Okay, I got more aggressive than I had planned. I thought that was going to end up a bit short. It would be tough. We could get her there. I bet we could get her there. I'll start sending her to tournaments, and I'll stay at home and watch the streams and watch the dogs. There we go. I think that's an idea. Where it's coming from, I'll make a candle out of it. If I ever found it, probably sell it, never sell it. And sell one to my brother because we got the same nodes. I mean, what is that bounce? That hit fringe and plugged. Oh. All right, we're not getting that there with a straight shot. Not getting it there with that. Close to being drivable, but not quite. Fucking garbage ass thumbs. That just came off all funny. You know, I'm laughing in a face. God, they're giving us a really easy look here. laughing in her face, saying, wake up, you need to make money. Hey! Sing us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. All right, so this hole, if we can ever get across, you go across. Unless it's drivable, but when it's drivable, you can't get it across. You'll know when it's drivable. But this is a much easier shot than having to put it in the right spot on the fairway, back 50 yards, and then playing a cut around the trees. This is much easier. Wanna see me dancing with somebody for one day, baby. Ready. Yeah, she could. I think Jill could be a substantially good player. The biggest problem is going to be the problem that women in general have playing, is that she won't hit the ball hard enough. Don't fall up, don't go out, don't stop caring about me now. All right, what do we got? Yeah, I got a couple today. For me at all, see me. I think I need one, actually. I'm going to probably lose this by points. I'll take a hole out, though, even, Bama. We're good. We'll be good. I want to hit this. I have to pull it back. My thumbs with the 4 would hit short. This is too hot. I'd have to flip the... I'm going to hit this. I play a little bit of a cut on it just so I can lose a little distance. Ooh. No, you will not. You will absolutely not be able to. It has to dial in. So no, you're out. You could stop me. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Oh, wow, that's a good putt. And I probably lost that game on points. I'm always happy popping 30s on Sandhill. Sandhill can be a bitch of a course, but such a good course. Now, racing, are these old machines or new machines? Are they PGA machines or are they old machines? No, but here, I might have a solution for you, though. So, are they using the Wi-Fi, or are they... All right, so I need to know a couple of things. Is it connected via hardwire? Like they wired it in to do it? Or did they buy dongles and use the dongles and connect via Wi-Fi? that answer will, I might have a solution or I might have no solution. Okay. Now, the bigger question is, now, do you guys have access to the deck at all? Can you open the top? Okay, awesome. Okay, they're hardwired. If you go in disconnect the hardwire from the routers, like at the end, or if you can get in the machine, just unplug the Ethernet cable from the back of the system box, it will automatically kick to the sprint modem, which I think is active until the end of this month. And then you'll be able to play. Now, the vendor could have shut that off completely, and then it wouldn't work, what I'm saying, but most vendors don't, because it's more important for them to have a game up that, and they don't get charged. They wouldn't get charged unless they used it. So it's not like you have to pay the $10 a month per machine to have the Sprint contract. It would just get charged, and it does prorate it, so they might get a $2 charge or something for the night. Yeah, but if you disconnect the hardwire and then reboot the machines, it should kick over to Sprint modem. Now, with the Sprint modems going away this week or at the end of the month, they might, if they're not on if they haven't used it, they may not allow it to activate. So it might not work, but chances are it could. My vendor was really smart, though. They actually set up. They were setting up their own connection. No, Chris, we don't have a wireless modem for Home Edition. We have, in fact, there's really no card. There's nothing in this game that has anything externally communicated. It would almost be air gapped if you didn't plug in hardwire. But no, they came with a dongle for the Home Edition, so you're connecting to your Wi-Fi and not using Sprint. It's only a commercial feature, won't affect you at all. Like I'm using the Asus Wi-Fi dongle. In fact, I'm using. Hey, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, I'm using this guy. These guys. It's just here. Overhead view. Just a dongle. Just plugs into a USB port and then gives your system the ability to communicate. Yeah, they might. If you had an older Home Edition, it may have even had the antenna still for Sprint, but it was never activated for Home Editions. I don't like this shot one bit. I don't like anything about this. Out of bed, I'm gonna wait for too long. It's okay, Chris. You just got to play GoldenTeeTV. You don't need to be techie at all. I just happen to be a little bit. So normally I like to go down to lower, but with the pit on the left, I won't be able to put this close from there. I just suck at sticking this island. I always get a bad bounce, but that works. How do I want to play this, though? Do I want to backspin this? Yeah. Come on, Wind. Help a brother out, Wind. Come on, Wind. Granny Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. Pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real rock star? This is no guitar, this is a Glock. It'll please me. Fucking bucket. All right, so this one, this hole is not as bad. I think this one's way easier than the other one, because you can pretty much always just hit a full. But I don't want to hit a full here. Thanks, Ryan. I do appreciate it, guys. You guys sure know how to make a guy feel loved. Go squeeze me. Yeah, I didn't want to hit that, but it really was the only option. God, I need to start acing more. It's been a while. We're not hitting a lot lately. Why am I having a fucking Christ, that hole is not hard, and I've been doing this all the fucking time. If it was a murder, was she roll? Fuck! Well, let's kind of look at these results. I'm sure a lot of these have already been played by my opponent. Well, I won Palm Springs. Fucking Christ. Wow, I won Rattlesnake with a 30. I won. All right. Okay, so not terrible. We're not doing as bad as we originally thought. Well, Luna just got knocked out of the tournament. He is out of the Word of Mouth tournament. Steve Spencer. 24 under to a DNF. Nice. Wow, that's pretty. I wonder if Luna just didn't play it, and I'm sure he doesn't give a shit after winning Worlds. So, I'm not even going to question it. He's out. Confessing, yeah. I've been treating none of it when you go crazy. I take away my ambition, baby, then. Fucking cry. Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's not going to do it. All right, let's see where we're at. Maybe we take a break. Maybe we take a break and then come back live at 8 p.m. tonight so we get doubles. That's actually that's going to be a great one. You got to do his head on her body, though. All right, we're going to play these. All right, so what we'll do is I'll start games up until 4, and then I'll take a little break. We got 3 hours in. I need to rest. I'm still feeling sore. And the words of Ernie Banks, let's play 2. God. This hole's just net. There's no way I can shush this. I want to. What about a 9 wood? Is that getting up that high? No, no way. Not at the lowest seas. There we go. Finally. Fast away. Yeah, right. Well, I want to go get. I gotta go fire up the smoke. I gotta go clean the smoker, so I can fire up Costco's enchiladas on it, which is just unbelievably good smoke. Senor, how are you doing, buddy? Bottle of a hot ball with a hot Godzilla. This is one of those holes that I talk about that actually flies a lot. If I didn't lay off of that 3 wood, I could have easily cleared the green. Which is, I mean, it's crazy, but that was 300 just to carry there. I'll see. Yeah. All right, are we gonna fuck up and hit a high T again when we don't want to? No, because this one we want a high T. Monster, you shit in the way. I'ma turn you to a monster. Why didn't I turn to a monster? Ice road truckers. I look like a villain out of those blockbusters. Huh? We got I got a Traeger Ironwood 650. And right now I'm just using the Traeger signature pellets right now. It's like a mix of shit. It's not my favorite, but it was available when I needed it, and I didn't want to have to go searching, so I grabbed them. I'm about to set trip, vacation plans. No, 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 you're dumb, Mark. No, I'll start games until 4, I said, or how bad of fucking luck can you get? My God. You're going to hit a cactus up top. That's awesome. That sucks. God damn it. Oh, and then you're not going to... That's a non-water ball that big of a swing. And then this one's going to have a problem just stopping. We're going to try this with bite. Wow, it stopped. I'm proud of my address in a torn up town. No postcode envy. This is another chick that I just fucking, her music is phenomenal. Fucking Lord. I have not. The only one that we got a really good deal on the Traeger, since there was a wedding present from my wife's parents that they got a really good deal on too. But now if I had my druthers, I would have replaced. I've got a Weber Genesis for my gas grill, and I would have replaced the Weber Genesis with one of the Weber ones. Because then it just would be all in one. The thing I don't like about the Traeger is no indirect heat on it. I mean, no direct heat. And I don't know about... look, I can't... It's hard for me to eat... No, Caesar. You probably haven't listened to her albums then, though, because Lord has a ton of bangers. And I kind of like the whiny chick singers or the teenage angst type music, except I don't like Billie Eilish one bit. I've tried, because I hear good things. I've tried listening to her, and I can't stand her. But that Weber, the 2-in-1 Weber, I just love that. And I can't do smoked meats without having a big fan. Lauren Elena, isn't she? She was an Idol contestant? If I'm correct, the name sounds familiar. There have been a couple chicks on Idol that I thought would be huge stars, dude, but nothing. There was one chick that she did a bunch of stripped down versions of, like, on the piano. I can't think of her name, but she did Elvis Presley songs on the piano, and lost to some fat guy, Caleb. What was her name? Laura Irene. Oh, God, that's who I was thinking of. That's Irene. Laura Irene. Something Irene. By the way, we love Idol, too, in this household. We do a little American Idol draft in the house, and I end up slaying it, and Jill we have to change the rules all the time to make it competitive. I hate when I do it and change the rules, and then somehow she squeaks out a win, and she's like, "See, I'm better than you at this." And I'm like, "Joe, we changed the rules 5 times to give you an opportunity." We do the same thing. Like she said, we typically do bet against the spread on every game with each other of NFL. And I was up so big this year that I was like, "Okay, Jill." All right, I dumbed it down for now.